So basically, as I was saying in the group at the beginning of the, I think yesterday Monday, I'm interested in this level, this dotted line, which is the midpoint of a weekly week. I mean this word, no week like this, but like this. Okay, so this dotted line is the midpoint between here and here. This long wick act as like a imbalance, so that's why I'm very interested in this treat this long wick like an imbalance and mark the midpoint. The midpoint is very important on imbalances. Okay, as you can see here, euro USD price already touched the midpoint of this week, so I'm waiting $2 to do the same. I'm quite, I will say, bullish in dollar index, but it depends how this week goes. But as I was saying before in the beginning of the live stream, I like how price starts the week. You see, we can see this like a accumulation. We can possibly wait for a manipulation, okay, and then distribution, which the thing I don't know is which level, until which level price will reach. Okay, and that's why we have to be patient. But if price continue today in dollar index going lower, I would like to think like accumulation, manipulation, and then maybe tomorrow after CPI news, distribution. I also like this level. You see these three highs? These three highs for me is liquidity resting over there. This is called relative equal highs, or you can also say maybe like a resistance. I don't use this word, but the idea of these people putting the stop losses here, that's important idea, because price later will come back to take off this liquidity from this, you know, like kind of people here think this is a resistance, so people when price come here will sell again, but price will later likely destroy this level. Okay, so remember, if dollar goes higher, euro USD, GBP USD, anything USD makes the different. Okay, it just does a different direction. So dollar goes lower, USD go higher. So let's see what happened now. For the moment, this is kind of like a accumulation in the biggest screen. So I have 4-hour time frame now. Okay, so keep this in mind. Okay, this movement, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, it's very important. Remember, if you have any question, I will try to help you. Palkas, you said the screen is not okay for you? Guys, are you, for example, I can see your name. Yes. Why? You can. What's your name? I don't know which is your name. There's another guy in the chat. Maybe you can say something. You see the screen properly? It was a guy here. Yeah, reply here. Okay, I will try to reset again. Give me a moment. Sorry guys. It's always the same problem. I don't know why. Better now? Is it working now, guys? No. Oh shit. Okay. I'm trying. I will restart again the live stream. Okay, give me a second. Now, is working, guys? Working now. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Anyway, this is recorded, so you will see it later. Sorry, guys, for the inconvenience. Balkas, are you able to watch the screen? Remember, there's a chat. There's a chat in the live stream, so you need to go to here. Now it's okay. Thank you, man. Sorry for the technical issue. So I was saying I'm interested now in dollar to reach this level, which is a consequent encroachment, a weekly time frame, consequent encroachment of a weekly weeks. So it's weird this to say, but better if I. So the half of the midpoint of this week, this is the consequent encroachment. Okay. Dollar already touches level. Okay, guys. So I continue. This is an hourly time frame. I like a lot how price react to this fair value gap. Okay, you see this this is 1 hour fair value gap. You see all the bodies respecting the area, only wicks making damage. Same here on dollar. That's why I took this dollar trade this morning, because for me this was very obvious. Price opens, manipulation, distribution. So every day, not every day, but most of the days, you expect this movement, no? You expect. Imagine this is the day open, the day, no? This is the start of the day and the end of the day. So price opens, manipulation, distribution, and close. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you have this in mind, you can anticipate some of these movements and predict what will happen. Okay, if you have some kind of bias. So for me, I think yesterday or Sunday, I said in the video, I record a video which is in the group. I was saying that I was very interested in the consequent encroachment here and here. So even dollar starts the week making all this movement, kind of hectic. Okay, I still was very interested, and that's what happened today. Price opens, manipulate, took off these relative equal lows, liquidity, and distribution. Okay. So now let's go to this is GBP USD. Yeah, my trade, I took the trade here. I shared this idea. So as you can see, this is the price opening. This line, you see this line? This is the midnight opening of the day. So price opens, whatever, manipulation, distribution. So once price grab all this liquidity, you see this equal lows. This is not support, this is liquidity, and price will take it. So some people maybe was waiting for price to reach this level and buy. So look what happens. Okay. If you have to have these ingredients or steps every day. So you must expect, if price opens, you should wait for this kind of manipulation, take liquidity, and then distribution. So this was the fake move. Okay, so my trade, I took it here. I wait. This is a 15-minute time frame. I like this time frame to give him more security. So for me, this was the spot I decided to enter, which is this fair value gap. You see this fair value gap? I extended to the right. You see how price smash it and goes through it. This was later price makes this grab liquidity and manipulation to the downside. So after that, and I see this fair value gap smashed by price to the upside. It became later an inversion fair value gap. 15-minute time frame. Okay, so I wait for price to come back here, and I took my trade here, and I was aiming for this, the next high, which is this, but also I was aiming for here, for this hourly fair value gap, and for the consequent encroachment, which I already showed you before in a big time frame. Yeah, so it was a nice trade. Also this morning I shared this information I saw, this SMT divergence, which I explained in the beginning of this live stream. You will see later on the video, but it means when you have normally ES, Nasdaq, they should do the same thing. If ES is doing a lower low, Nasdaq should do a lower low, but it didn't happen, as you can see here. Okay, we have a lower low, but Nasdaq higher low. So this is important to spot. Even more important is if we are working on a higher time frame, like in this case is 1 hour. So it's even stronger confirmation for this kind of divergences. So if you have that in mind, you can expect. So sorry, that's why happened this. So the thing is, the idea behind is like Nasdaq is showing no interest to continue to the downside, to the sell side. So we can treat this like a manipulation. Just grab liquidity in this low. See, and then the truly movement happen. So if you spot something like this, you can expect the one who is not just it's not respecting. Also, you need to have like a bigger, higher time frame bias. Okay, so I was interested here and in this daily fair value gap, so I'm still bullish. So that's why also for me was bullish this SMT divergence. Nasdaq didn't show interest to take this low, while yes, we grab liquidity and then okay, so this is one thing you should keep an eye. Okay, so let's go for our daily. As you can see, I have still imbalances annotated in my chart. I have this weekly fair value gap, which I think price very probably will visit. That's why I'm still bullish. And let's see how price reacts here. Nasdaq. I have this consequent encroachment of this monthly wick, the midpoint. Same here. So yeah, to be honest, I'm expecting a market structure shift very soon. Of course, anything can happen, but for me, this is a huge movement which needs a retracement. Okay, normally price is not going like a rocket always to the moon, you know. It needs to retrace and take liquidity in all this sell side. So this is internal liquidity. So I'm expecting soon market structure shift, maybe tomorrow with CPI, or Thursday, Friday we have also high impact news, but CPI tends to be a nice element which produces market structure shifts. So let's see what happens tomorrow. For the moment, price is still bullish, but I'm waiting for a retracement really. So if you have any suggestion, you are free to ask me. If you want me to check some asset, some element, I mean some anything, like could be crypto, forex, because today is no impact news, so we don't expect so much movement. Tomorrow you can expect a lot of movement. And by the way, guys, be careful, don't trade during the news. I recommend you trade later, and if you have an open position, just close it. Don't leave it open during this high impact news, which CPI could be very crazy movement. So let's see also how price are reacting to this hourly fair value gap. Okay, same here. As you know, if we see price going through it with body, we can expect this is acting like a, now it's acting like a resistance. So if price is showing strength to the upside, we'll see a body going through it, closing a wick, I mean a candle's body closing above. Okay, so this is a level to keep in mind. Now is 10:43. To be honest, I think price will continue. I think this was the manipulation, and then it's doing the distribution to the upside. And check for hour. You have buy side liquidity here. You see all these lows. These are levels. It's not 100% mandatory, but at least you can have a work frame. Okay, so this is our levels. You can expect price will visit. In case that was ES, this is Nasdaq. So this high is the low point of this daily fair value gap. Okay, so I think it's but to be honest, I don't see any trade now. I don't see any setup. I think the setup was this morning before market opens. Maybe if you go to lower time frames. All this is rebalance. You see, there's no fair value gap. All this is rebalance. Also here, wick, touch it. Also here. Sometimes the price don't need to fulfill, completely this gap. Just entering could be a tiny bit or to the half, or is enough to price to continue the movement. So yeah, ES, Nasdaq, for me nothing to do here, really. Just waiting for levels to be hit. You see how beautiful these levels act. So you can go, imagine you go this level, you buy, take profit, and then you can expect retracement, so you take a short here. Of course, lower time frame always. You see how it reacts the midpoint, the wicks? Perfectly. And also the price, you see how price reacts to the midpoint. of this consequent encroachment, this red dotted line. So this morning I passed my top step, how you call this, the challenge. With this trade, I took this long trade, and I reached the target. So I'm waiting now for paying this fee, activate account, and I will need to continue making trades on top step until I reach, I think it's minimum 5 days of minimum $200, and then you can withdraw money. You can ask for a bit withdrawal. So this is a nice breaker example. You see this? Let me check. The best one will be this. Yeah. So the breaker is when you have this structure. You have a low, high, lower low, and break of a structure. And once price come back to this level, which was the previous high, this area is the breaker. And what happened when that occurs? So you take you're supposed to you are searching for a long. Okay, so this is a bullish breaker. Is the upper candle, you know, the candle which is on the top. So this is a 5-minute bullish breaker. So what does it mean? This is an area you are looking forward to entry, like a long trade. If you want to be more conservative, maybe, and not so precise, maybe you can do this. You can take all the area of this high. So in all this area, you see this orange area, you're waiting for a long position. We'll take this high, something like that, you know. Okay, this is the theory. Also, you can apply your Fibonacci if you want to be more precise and having more control in the situation and see where is the midpoint or the equilibrium point. This is equilibrium point, which is the 0.5 level. So when price is in this lower part, this is discount, and we are looking for long trades. Okay, you also have this area, which is the optimal trade entry, 0.62, 0.79. Okay, so you can do this. You can put an alarm, so you have to wait. You put an alarm here, so you know when price is in this kind of area, and you can go later to maybe 5 minutes, and check for another market structure to the bullish side, and then enter. Or if you don't put so much leverage maybe in the trade, and just wait for here. I see a low here. 5 minutes will be easier to spot, you see. So this low, I will use it like for my stop loss. If I enter in this area, if I'm entering in this area, My stop loss, I will put it in this low. Sorry guys, this low. In this low, okay. So keep that in mind. Sorry, it's very useful, the alarms, guys. So yeah, I recommend you. So we have all this trajectory, all this displacement to the upside, and naturally we're waiting for retracement at least to the equilibrium. Okay. As you can see now, price is retracing. So I think it's a nice opportunity to check for a long when price reaches area. Okay. So how's your day going, guys? Where are you from? If you want to say something, it's okay. If not, it's also okay. So I have USD here, my alarm, accumulation, manipulation. Sorry, can you check dollar, USD? Sorry, gold. Yeah, well, I can check that. Give me a second. You can, there's a chat, my friend, in the live stream. So you can send a message here, you know. Okay, so let's check gold. In the private signals group, do you add all the trades you take? The thing is, like, there's no one in the group, you know, but yeah, in the moment someone's enter, I will do it. But there's no one, so I won't do it because nobody will see it. Okay, so we have here gold. So yeah, sorry man. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's check this gold asset weekly. It's kind of like a consolidation here. So as I said before, I like to mark these midpoints of these long wicks. Okay, one is this annotated. I leave it like this. Okay, we have this long wick, and I also like to now annotate on my charts previous week low and previous week high. Okay, you see this? This is a fair value gap, right? A daily one. Daily one is purple. What happened when price goes through it like this, showing strength with all the body? It became an inversion fair value gap. It became an inversion fair value gap. Daily one. That's why I put a D. And what does it mean? It means we'll use this area expecting price will react and going lower. So price goes through the previous fair value gap, which was here. Sorry, I have the magnet here. Okay, this area was a fair value gap, so price went through it with better decision, very strong. So this area now became an inversion fair value gap, which is used like an opposite. It's not anymore support or resistance. It's now acting like a platform, like launching the price to the other side. So after price goes through this area, comes back, and the idea is price once it's here, we're expecting this area will eject the price to in this case to the sell side. Okay, and this used to be a buy side, a BC, buy side liquidity, sell side inefficiency. But long story short, sorry. Yeah, you imagine this like a area which price will come back after this decision to the downside, come back and is ejected, in this case to the sell side. I think you understand that? This is inversion fair value gap concept and how it works. So also it's nice to see the wicks making damage and bodies respecting. You see this green candle, body stays here, and today's candle wick make the damage. So all this wick is the damage. Let's see body how close the day. We still have 5 hours. 5 hours? Yeah, 5 hours. This is daily. Yeah, I think we have more hours, but I don't know why it says 5 hours here. Okay. So if bodies are respecting this area, it's good. It's good information. Okay, so we are expecting lower prices. Okay. So I'm interested in this level. In this level, which is the consequent encroachment of the weekly wick. I set my alarm here, so I just checking just in case, just for curiosity how it's going, but I don't need to check every time because I have the alarm here. So the thing I'm observing now is this market structure shift here. Okay, so for the moment bullish. Okay, even if we have in the daily time frame this inversion fair value gap, the fact that price did this market structure shift makes me think it still is bullish. So now my eyes are watching this level. This is an hourly time frame. And of course we have here another inversion fair value gap. Oops. This is hourly time frame. So I put my alarm here in this level, which is this low, the low of this week, which also is the midpoint of the optimal trade entry. I set my alarm there. So if price decides to visit this level, I can possibly, depends how I see the market again, I will take a long trade. Okay. So yeah, sometimes you should wait. It's not every time taking trades, just wait for your setup, and then once occurs, you take the setup.